Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is for the UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Beginning with the fighter standing to my left. He is a jiu-jitsu expert with a mixed martial arts record of 20-3. A 5-time Brazilian Vale Tudo champion. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 169 pounds. He comes to us from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and is making his octagon debut. Please welcome Jorge Luis Patino. And his opponent, standing to my right, he is a jiu-jitsu expert with a mixed martial arts record of 26-1-2 and a UFC record of 3-0. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 169 pounds. Fighting out of Bettendorf, Iowa, he is the UFC Lightweight Champion of the World. Please welcome the Croatian sensation, Pat Miletich.
From Davenport, Iowa, fighting out of the fighting city of Bettendorf, Iowa, and wearing his Iowa trunks again this evening, as Big John McCarthy is set to get this one started. 15 minutes, 2 3-minute overtime period for our lightweight title bout.
Here we go. UFC Lightweight Championship. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on.
Patino is a southpaw.
And that's going to play heavy. I wanted to get that comment in. Let's see how Miletich reacts to that. You certainly don't want to circle into the power of that arm.
Are you starting to tell me, partner, after a half dozen of these, we're on the same page?
We are on the same page.
It is just wonderful to be back with you here in 1999. Again, thank you to all our fans worldwide. Continuing to be loyal to the one, the only, the UFC. The ultimate proving ground, the octagon.
Now Patino definitely, oh, nice little counter there. Here's that explosiveness from Jorge.
I wonder if there is anything that Pat Miletich has not experienced inside a mixed martial arts event with his 30 fights.
Probably tactic-wise, no, but everybody does things a little bit different. Until you see him at least once, you can be caught.
Guard now, Patino. Miletich on top. They're back up.
Miletich wants to keep it on the feet. Didn't even bother to punch from within the guard. Feels he might be able to take Patino out with his striking skills.
Well, he's always said that he's a slow starter, a counter fighter, if you will. It takes a while for him to get his depth perception.
Find the range, I think is what they say.
Yeah, and he always feels he's so well conditioned too, Jeff. He's not afraid to go deep into a fight.
Absolutely not.
Get up your right.
As I said early in the night, Jack Lambert got to be proud of this kid. He's the Jack Lambert of mixed martial arts. Trying to work the right ribs a bit. The short rabbit punches. Back up. You surprised?
I'm a little bit surprised, but I think what he wants to do is force the issue on the feet and make Patino take some chances. Patino really hasn't done anything except punch, try the shot, and immediately be looking for the guard.
A lot of Muay Thai, a lot of kickboxing. So Miletich has good striking ability. It's not his biggest asset, but it's not considered a weakness either. He stood toe-to-toe with Mikey Burnett a bit in Brazil, Jeff.
Yes, he did.
And Mikey perhaps has the best striking assets in the lightweight division.
Certainly the most powerful.
No question.
Might be people that can put combinations together better. It might be a little bit slicker with combinations, but for raw power, Mikey is big.
Patino also very well conditioned, very well put together. Oh, he went for a high kick.
Very defensive battle by Patino. This is interesting. He's really not engaging very much.
Pat, a big fan of our organization, has been active in debates with local politicians and trying to give everyone the opportunity to make their own choice in viewing the UFC. I know our friends in Canada are happy to be back with the opportunity to see us live.
And all the people I talked to from Canada, people involved with the pro martial arts movement, North America, you folks did a great job up there. You never kept quiet. You kept sounding your opinion. You kept finding rationale as to why people were trying to stop it. And you won the right to view the UFC again in Canada. And we want to thank those cable companies for looking at us, reassessing us with the modifications we've made, and finding us safe to compete.
And Americans can have the same effect if they continue to do those things that you just described that the friends of ours north of the border have been able to do.
Well, I got to admit, I read the lists on the internet. Yes, folks, I have heard those critics who have talked about everything to do with the UFC. We thank you for your input. We thank you for your fanatic support through some of the lean times, and we're hoping that we can get the momentum going because of the modifications we have made, because of our true safety record inside the octagon, where we can make it back on all of cable and be accepted as a sport.
A lot of the guys that say a fighter's a fighter, these guys are some of the best. 5 minutes, 15 seconds into the lightweight title defense #1 of Pat Miletich. He's defeated Burnett, Saunders, and Brennan. 3-0 in his UFC fighting career. He wants Patino to come at him. He says, let's do something here, Macaco.
Well, Patino certainly backing up this entire fight. I can understand him wanting to draw Miletich in and then take advantage of that, but he has yet really to do any of it.
Claims to be a 5-time Brazilian Vale Judo champion, does Jorge Luis Patino.
And that range is getting quicker for Miletich in terms of closing, starting to find the range.
And again, they split up.
Keep that up. Keep that up. Keep it moving.
Pat Miletich, a former Muay Thai champion. With his, one of his best friends, Mark Hansen, in the corner again. There's the Muay Thais. He pulled back the kick. Bit of a knot on the forehead of Pat Miletich, so at least one of the punches has landed from Patino.
Come on, let's work.
6.5 minutes in. 15-3-3 on this one, remember.
And Patino picking up the action a little bit more. A couple kicks and a punch. This is where Miletich likes to be. Using his long body, apply leverage, slow it down, and then start to create small openings and exploit it.
A knee attempted to the head.
He's got basically front headlock position in wrestling. He'll lift the circle and whip him down. Uses his knees well. Nice job by Patino to get out of that front headlock. Not a lot of action there, though. Neither fighter able to capitalize on that position. Halfway point of regulation. 7.5 minutes.
A wrestler since second grade, Pat Miletich. But he has not been able to display the ground skills that have led to his championship so far in his UFC career here tonight.
Well, so far he's chosen not to fight on the ground with Patino. He's gotten up each time he's taken him down.
Stop dancing, start fighting.
Patino is a BJJ guy, as we said before, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
He nearly dunked into that kick.
Oh, there's a left foot from Pat Miletich. Now he closes the corners again. That one landed. Oh, he pulled out.
Wow, that was close. Had an opportunity to go after Miletich's ankle.
Pat gave him the head shake. We see it so often with the competitor.
Might have been the Achilles there, too, the way he was hooking it onto the back of that foot of Miletich.
Keep attacking, both of them work.
These guys know the game so well, Jeff. I love when they shake head at each other saying, all right, you almost had me. Nice try. Try again if you wish.
Body language, that subtle communication.
Yes, if you so desire. No time for talking inside the octagon unless you're Big John barking out instructions. High kick attempt. Grazes off the hand.
Gotta go after it, guys. Let's go. Get after the man. Let's go.
9 minutes, 25 seconds deep. 5.5 remaining in regulation.
Now Patino's doing a lot of backing up, and it's making Miletich really have to chase him hard. Miletich has always stayed within himself, though. He's not sprinting after him and trying to do crazy strikes. He's staying within himself, and that's a disciplined athlete. And it just seems Patino is trying to get him to follow him so much.
Good crowd tonight inside the Pontchartrain Center.
They're a little antsy. They want to see a little
more vocal now. Jab attempt by Macaco. And again, remember he's a southpaw. We said that top of the fight. This time he counters with a right.
He's a southpaw that fights right-handed.
Yeah. They work for Rocky. But that was a movie. This is real life.
Well, let's see if he comes out in overtime. Southpaw. 11 minutes down. 4 left in regulation.
Forget bad imitations.
And Miletich really hasn't thrown a punch here in over a minute. Spent all his time chasing and then blocking. Patino with a tactic of, you're going to have to chase and I'll set the terms of engagement.
This is the most intense hand-to-hand combat anywhere. These guys have spent a lot of time sizing each other up. Good right kick from Miletich. The crowd wants more. A smile on Pat's face after that rush towards him. Pat leaned in with the left. And Patino tried to counter.
Seems as though Miletich's punching is just ended. He's not throwing any more punches.
This is certainly a lot less fatiguing, so the advantage, and I don't know if he's better conditioned than Patino. We haven't seen Patino before.
McCarthy in the face of Patino saying engage him.
There we go. Started to say we have not seen Pat have to go to the extra tank that he always seems to possess, and Patino may have one conditioning-wise also. He's just 25 years old. Appears from his physical presence to be excellently conditioned, which is one of Miletich's main weapons. Happy to take those rabbit punches to the side, and again, Pat wants up. Doesn't want to play that game tonight.
You can see Patino's legs moving up high all the time, looking for submission. And to see Miletich feels more comfortable on his feet, or at least his defense here, because Patino hasn't really scored anything yet. I see that knot on Miletich's forehead, but you know, it's not blowing up in any way. Very small. And I'm sure Miletich must feel this guy's doing nothing but backing up, and if he's going to back up this much, can he be given the fight? But well, I'll tell you, he's done a lot of stopping and attacking Miletich the last few minutes, and now bit of a takedown, side mount.
Minute and a half remaining in regulation. We would have not one but two overtimes of 3 minutes each if needed.
Watch for knees to Miletich's side. And it looks as though Patino's trying to force Miletich into the fence.
Gotta work, gotta work.
1 minute remaining, Mike.
Gotta work.
Regulation period.
Mark Hansen right there. You see Mark's head in the screen. Used to play football across the line against Pat Miletich. Mark was the offensive lineman. Pat was the nose tackle on the opposing team.
And he's found the guard now. Patino tried to mount him, but Miletich able to get to the guard.
30 seconds now remains in regulation time. Patino impressive. Will he let Miletich up the same way? No. Oh, he went for a big kick. Jumped up and tried to kick. You cannot kick the man is down.
That's a foul.
That may hurt him on points. That may hurt him on points because this one has been close. Remember the groin strike hurt Mikey Burnett in Brazil in the title fight against Miletich.
You ready? Turn around, Jorge.
Instinct took over there.
You ready? Let's get it on.
Patino trying to make something happen.
Countries like Brazil, they allow kicking while they're down. Here in the United States, we have a rule against that.
Other forms of fighting, it is legal. Overtime is where we head now.
They'll take a minute break before they start the overtime period, and you're right about that foul at the judge's discretion. That could be used in the case of a close fight as criteria.
Finish it off. You got to get after him and finish it off. Don't leave it to a judge.
And here Miletich trying to get up. Patino didn't give him the opportunity. He did a double foot stomp trying to get one of those legs down, and that is illegal. Miletich on his back, a grounded fighter. No kicking a grounded fighter. John McCarthy quick to move in. It didn't hurt Miletich, but nonetheless an illegal tackle.
It didn't land. No damage done. This is UFC 18. Happy to be with you once again here in the new year. Mike Goldberg, Jeff Blatnick, enjoying another great evening of mixed martial arts competition. Once again, a great thanks to our crew who does a wonderful job bringing you the performances of these athletes, not just here stateside, but around the world.
Jorge, turn it around. It's me. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on.
Overtime number one. The first of two at 3 minutes each. What may we see differently in the overtime session? What do we need to see differently, perhaps, Joe?
Well, for Patino, I think he's going to have to stop backing up and start engaging. For Miletich, same old, same old. He's been moving forward. He's throwing punches. I think Miletich, though, really kind of let off on the punching frequency towards the end of regulation. If he can pick it up here and dominate overtime, he'll ensure himself a victory. Couple of knees.
Tim Catalfo, Dave Meltzer, and Eddie Goldman again are officials this evening. Meltzer and Goldman, respected journalists. Catalfo, the owner of the Obaki Fight Show, the founder of American Submission.
Looking for a guillotine, but he's able to sit under it and pop his head out.
Speaking of submissions. Pat Miletich choked out Chris Brennan at 9:01. His other two fights, though, inside the octagon have gone the 21 minutes. Pat Pat has even said he was disappointed with his last performance. He expected this one to be more exciting. Maybe that's why he's been on his feet so much, with that knockout mentality of Vitor Belfort.
Gotta get after it.
Nice kick.
Patino's pretty darn strong on the ground. Miletich again wants nothing of it.
Seems really flexible down there, able to bring his legs up real high, and it just seems Miletich doesn't want to give him any hope of a quick submission.
Get after each other, let's go.
Miletich being aggressive on his feet, generally moving forward the whole time.
Patino, along with his jiu-jitsu skills, uses low and high kicks, elbows, and punches. Boxing, Valley Tudo training. Suppose Miletich in his scouting report, though, has to feel he is in the worst position on the ground with the jiu-jitsu specialist, which is generally not the case for Miletich. He's one of the best in the world on the ground.
Very good guard.
A quick flurry, nothing landed yet.
And this is the first time we've seen Patino move forward.
He's got to move forward, Jeff. He's got to make up for that mistake that he made also.
Certainly that can be viewed by the judges as a criteria. It's up to their discretion. But I just feel that Pat's been moving forward. He's landed a couple punches.
Go back to the corner.
That's going to do the first overtime.
Number 1 overtime in the books. What a 10 months it has been for Pat Miletich. Can he hold on for 3 more minutes and render a judge's decision and defend his belt?
Miletich takes Patino down here. It almost looks like wrestling. And then right here, it looked as though he could have gone for a knee bar or some kind of an ankle submission, but Miletich able to escape. Another view of it. This is a different takedown. This is where he had the double overhooks on Miletich. Miletich landed, was able to get his arms free, and eventually backed out of that position as well. I clearly wonder, though, you know, Miletich, you wonder if he's the kind of champion that when he's really tested, he rises to the occasion, and if he's not tested, he just doesn't look real good. Nothing against Pat right here. It's just he hasn't really been able to get his offense going against Patino. He's just been in the regulation backing up. He started moving forward in the last overtime. And this is where Miletich isn't throwing punches now. Nice kick.
Oh, he ducked under the way of that one and throws down his opponent. That will help for aggressiveness. That will earn him some more points. Maybe put a pad on things.
Gotta work your way through.
Aggressiveness, grappling, and striking, the criteria used by our officials. We've told you that before. The most intense bare-knuckle combat on the planet. 100% adrenaline, 1,000% pure guts.
Work it through.
Interesting, he's working on the left side, the left ribs of Patino, and now as he goes, oh! And he went for it there. Instead of backing out, he came back with a right hand down, and he caught Patino.
Patino had become accustomed to him just standing up and walking away. Good tactic used by Miletich. He could be locking things up. No pun intended right here.
Well, if Patino doesn't do anything to get out of here, if he's just going to lay there and hold Miletich close, he's basically conceding. He needs to be active. He needs to roll up. He needs to cause Pat Miletich to either get, whoa, and he tried for his own kick there. Both of them a change of tactic as they backed out.
Gotta bring it now, Jorge.
Miletich with a punch. Patino with a kick as Miletich exited the guard.
Last minute of the lightweight title defense for Pat Miletich. Watch the neck. Trying to land the guillotine.
He needs to get across the body.
Uh-oh. He's got some leverage, Jeff.
As long as he ties up Miletich's legs. He doesn't have it sunk quite deep enough because Miletich is enough across the body.
Pat's got to hold out for 30 more seconds, and he's away from his corner. I wonder if he knows that.
He's working his chin back underneath there. He's breathing all right. Across the side of his neck.
20 seconds.
It just doesn't seem Patino can find the leverage.
15 seconds. Now he's not getting the leverage, as you said. The legs came loose, Jeff.
He's still in a good position, but he just can't anchor the bottom half of Miletich, so he can't get the crucial pressure needed to make that guillotine choke work.
And that would have been crucial if he could have landed it. Good finish for Patino. Miletich, with the arms raised, feels he has defended his crown.
Well, I tell you, he works awful hard to get his victories, and he earns every one of them because he lays his heart out there. Perhaps not the flashiest, but thus far the most effective.
Undoubtedly. For the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 overtimes, we have a unanimous decision for the winner and still lightweight UFC champion of the world, the Croatian sensation, Pat Miletich.
4-0, Pat Miletich, crowned champion once again.